Today is day 18 for RPGaDay2015, and today's topic is really a continuation of yesterday's topic. We're going to go through several days of what is your favorite insert type here of RPG. Yesterday's inserted type was fantasy, and today's is SF, or science fiction. When I first saw the question, I thought, well, maybe that'll be easy. And I was pretty worried about what I'd come up with for fantasy, because fantasy really hasn't been that important to me over my years in gaming. I've pretty much always been interested in another genre. Fantasy's been fun. Some of my best role-playing game experiences have been in fantasy games, and I'm having a blast with RuneQuest right now, but I have gotten myself completely off topic. I thought today would be simultaneously easier and harder than it actually turned out being. There are three games I want to talk about. I don't want to do all the different SF games that I've been interested in or tried or never got a chance to try, that kind of stuff. There's a ton of them on my shelf. Most of which I've gotten a chance to play. There are still some that I haven't. So today we're going to look at one that I played a little bit, or to put these things in order, one that I haven't really played, one I've gotten to play a little bit of, and one I've played a lot, consistently, regularly. And so that there aren't any surprises at the end, to kind of break that pattern of surprise. It's the one that I play a lot that I've chosen. Maybe, if you're a regular follower of the channel, you will be able to guess, if that's at all satisfying a prospect for you. So, the one that I never really got much of a chance to play, just kind of fool around with a bit, is, of course, Blue Planet. Probably not a surprise to people who are subscribed to the channel. In either its 2nd edition or 3rd edition, I have the complete line, and just never really got going with any kind of campaign. Maybe soon, maybe in Hangouts. We'll see. We are talking about it. Blue Planet is a hard SF setting, or as hard as you may find in role-playing games. It doesn't have things like faster-than-light drive. It does rely on a wormhole to get us to a different planet, and it's got themes of exploration, both internal and external and social and cultural and interspecies exploration. There's this thread of uplifting other mammals so that it can more easily interact with humans. And there's aspects of longevity and that search for longer life. There are strong themes of corporate influence and, of course, the resistance to that. There are people who want to continue living on the fringe. They see the planet as a final frontier, so to speak. There are wage slaves, there's corporate security, there are thieves, there are, just the list goes on and on, different things that you can do in this very expansive science fiction setting. I hear a lot of people talking about it, especially game masters, and usually it's, man, I wish I could play Blue Planet. And I'm pretty sure I've done videos where I've said that myself several times over the last few years. So keep on keeping on. It's a favorite science fiction game. One that I got to play a little bit, enough to know that I like it and I want to do more with it, but kind of circumstances have continually gotten in the way of that one. Prime Directive, the original Prime Directive, not any of the ports of it to different systems and different intentions. I really liked how the original was done, and I liked it as a role-playing expression of the war game, Starfleet Battles. It had an interesting system which tried a new way to represent what combat resolution or task resolution might be. It flowed pretty quickly. It was dangerous. The level of danger was quite high compared to how long it took you to make characters in the beginning. And so that was a bit of a turnoff for some. But it just felt like Star Trek, Starfleet Battle style. I really felt that it should have gotten more attention than it did. And I imagine there are still Starfleet Battles groups out there that play the original Prime Directive and enjoy it quite a bit. I just wish I was one of them. That's game 2. Game 3, the one I've played a lot. I've pretty much played consistently since I got it, almost since it came out, is the 4th edition of MechWarrior. I've got all the editions of MechWarrior. They're all behind me on the shelf in the darkness. And yeah, I really like A Time of War, the 4th edition of MechWarrior. It's fast, much faster than it looks. It's capable of handling everything the tabletop war game can throw at you, everything that the 30 years plus of fiction can throw at you. It does its job, and it does it well. I've talked about it before. I've got an hour-long review about it. I'm not going to talk about it here, but my favorite SF game turns out to be A Time of War. For a brief moment, I thought it might turn out to be Ringworld or some, BRP expression of SF. Luther Arkwright put me thinking along those lines. But no, it's A Time of War. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, another What's Your Favorite Game?